Okay, Sagittarius, welcome, welcome, welcome. So, I love my Sages because you're my rising sign. So maybe I'm a little biased to Sag. Maybe I just fucking love you. I don't know. But I'm really excited to do your reading today. You've got two pretty amazing cards in the upright right now. You've got one card in the reverse right now, and we're gonna hash out what this means for you for the month of June 2025. I do also want to say that energy is timeless. So, when you catch this, if this pops up on your feed random, like, don't be confused. It's still for you. If you're drawn to it and you clicked on it and you got this far, you were supposed to get this far. Just keep going. A lot of times we can even reflect back on, like, oh, what was I doing in that month of that time, and like it helps us to see things by diving into that was the energetic state of where I was at. That's maybe why this happened, what I was going through. It helps us get clarity on our past too, so that's okay. That being said, I am really angry and I need your help. So I'm really mad at the like button. I need you to hit it for me, like, really hard. And I'm really mad at my subscribe button, and I need your fire energy to just smash it. Like, just smash it, like, with all your fire energy. Okay, Sag? All right, thanks. I knew you had my back. See, Sag has my back. I knew they did. Okay, I'll quit being weird. That's a damn lie. I won't. I won't quit being weird. But I will move forward with your reading, and I'll be weird while I'm doing your reading. Let's take a look at these upright cards. First, we're going to start right here with this guy. This would be our Four of Pentacles, who is usually talking about holding on to something, okay? See him, like, grabbing that pentacle so tight. He's, like, grabbing that pentacle, okay? He's like, you can't have my pentacle. I don't know why he looks like he would sound like that, doesn't he? He looks like he would sound like that. So he's like, you can't have my pinnacle. This isn't my pinnacle. Get off my pinnacle. And that's the kind of vibe that you have right now with something. What, though? Ooh, this is what I love about doing my readings like this now, where you can't see my face. I get to do, like, oh, like, little hand gestures. So what are we holding on to, like, this creepy little, like, this is my pinnacle? Why are you being so holding so tight to something? Well, let's take a look. It could be stability. It could be money. It could be emotions. So maybe there's something emotional that we're holding on to really tightly. This is my resentment. I want it. It's my anger. I'm gonna just keep it. I'm gonna hold on to my anger. I'm not forgiving that person, no matter what, no matter who says what. I don't care. I can fully understand. I don't give a. It's mine. For some reason, you have value in that resentment or that anger or that whatever thing you're holding on to from the past. So let's take a look at that. What is it doing for you? Ask yourself that question, first of all. If you're holding on to some kind of negative emotion, maybe it's grief. Sometimes we can hold on to grief energy. There's lots of different emotions that go with grief energy. Sometimes we can hold on to those and we don't want to fully release or let go of those emotions because we feel like that means we're giving up that person that we lost, or we're giving up that, the memory of the thing that we lost. And, it doesn't really mean that. It just means that we're healing. So, and then the resentment, maybe we're holding on to an anger or resentment because we feel like it's going to keep us safe, right? If I hold on real tight and don't forget, I don't let go, then I can avoid this happening to me again. And so I want to let it go. But what you need to know, and what Spirit wants you to know, the message is that you're safe. You're safe to let go of the pentacle. If this is an emotional pentacle, okay, it's not really giving you value. That's what I'm hearing. Like, you're not really getting value from holding on so tight to this thing, this energy that's stuck inside of you. You're just like, maybe that's why he sounded so creepy because it was like, that's weird. It's weird to, like, this is my anger. Like, when you say it like that, right, from just like an energetic this is my anger and I'm keeping it. Or it just sounds funny, right? So, like, time to let it go. And you have to put, apply this to your life however it means. I don't know what you're holding on to. I don't know if it's, this is my loneliness and isolation. That's my private space where I feel super peaceful and good and happy and nobody can bother me. I'm not letting that go by letting other people in. It could be so many things. You have to figure that out. You have to ask yourself the question, what am I holding on to emotionally that I need to let go of? And I don't want to, like, keep talking about how creepy it is, but it's not that it's creepy, but just that it's like, when you really take a look at it realistically, it's like, oh, that's just kind of strange. Like, isn't that odd that I would just hold on to that for the sake of that strange reason? Like, the when you say it out loud, when you finally connect to it and you put it into words and logical reasoning, you're like, that's silly. Like, that is just bizarre that I've been doing this for this long for that reason. And then as soon as you realize how absolutely silly it is, you're going to let it go so easy, okay? So don't be afraid to be silly, And that could be another reason why it hasn't been let go of, because you're just afraid to look silly. You're afraid, that the real reason sounds dumb or superficial or, petty or like whatever. And maybe it is. Maybe it is. But who gives a shit if, like, the other side of that that process equates healing and peace? Okay? It's okay. You're still growing and learning and healing. You're on this earth. You're in this earth school doing the same thing as the rest of us, having the same human condition. You have human feelings and emotions. You might have the tendency to get petty sometimes too. You might have the tendency to hold on tightly to things for silly reasons, and that's okay. You're allowed to be human, Sag. I mean, I know you're like extra special. I know how extra special you are, but it doesn't mean that you're not human, and it's okay. And give yourself some grace here about whatever is happening with this. Okay? All right, that's enough about that one. Let's move on to, like, stability and money, and those could also go hand in hand. I don't want to let go of the stability. I made this stability. I built a effing foundation, for God's sakes. I have been doing this for however long. I've been with this person for however long. I've been at this place for however long. I've been showing up every single day doing the exact same thing. I created this stability. I earned this stability. It's mine, right? And then, but the universe and God might be saying, but it's time to let this go because it's change time. It's change time, and you have to let this old stability go. Like, you will be anchored in a new stability, I'm hearing. And so you don't have to be concerned. Like, the change that's trying to come into your world does not mean that you are not going to have stability anymore. If there is a change that's coming into your life and you're worried about it disrupting your stability, it's actually, like, put down this one little tiny pinnacle and you're probably going to end up with, like, a bag of pinnacles of stability, if that makes sense. Right? Like, you think this is stable? You think this is grounded? You think this is consistent and good and you can trust this, like, thing that you've built? Wait till you see what God has in store for you. Wait till you see, Sagittarius. Put this down, okay? I'm, like, throwing the cards because I'm getting all passionate about the stability thing. But I'm hearing it so strongly that if you just let go of the... and it's not that it's not real. Like, this one is real, okay? The other one was, like, silly and superficial with the emotions. This is not silly and superficial. This is real. You've worked really hard for this. You have built this. You have worked for this. You have earned this. But, God, Spirit, Source, the universe, they wants you to relinquish the one pinnacle, knowing and trusting that there's a bag of pinnacles waiting on you. in terms of stability in life and what that looks like and means for you. And I don't know what that looks like and means for you. Stability can mean a lot of things for a lot of people. But whatever it is that's so stable that makes you feel safe, there's a lot about safety right now. Spirit's like, you're safe to let this go. You're safe to let this go because you will anchor into a new stability, and it will be an even greater stability. Okay, and you can let go of the emotion because there's going to be there's a better emotion to be felt. Okay, so you're safe. You're safe to let go of the old emotions. You're safe to let go of the old sense of stability, and you will re-anchor yourself in new, better emotions and new, better stability. And the same with money. New, better money. Okay? Don't be scared to let go of this money. This is just little money. You're allowed to spend. You're allowed to leave. Maybe this is a source of income for you. Maybe this is like sell the stocks. Like you're like, I want to sell this stocks, like so that I can have the money to do this other thing. Maybe it's about selling off things to create the new stability. Do it. Like that's okay. Or maybe it's about letting go of a job for a different job, or letting go of, maybe it's like I see like one person, maybe two, that this is like a female that's like wants to be a stay-at-home mom or something, and is like really questioning if you should do it, and you're scared of letting go of the income, but I'm hearing that you should, but you have to remember that this is a general reading, so look at your own life and don't make crazy rash decisions about your life based on, you know, what Rachel said in a tarot card reading. We do have to remember to bring logic into the situation. These are general readings and they're loose guidance at best, okay? So, but I am seeing that. I am seeing somebody that's a single, or not a single mother, a mother with children, and has the potential and possibility of staying home to be a stay-at-home mom in some way. And I do feel like she has support. I do feel like she has support of a male, if that is husband, or maybe it's your dad or brother, I don't know, somebody is a male in your life that is like, just move in with me, or maybe you're already living together, you just haven't released the job, you know, to just be with your kids. But I'm seeing babies, like little. Anyway, that's enough about that one. That's just one, maybe two people. I'm feeling just one powerful energy there with one person. But yeah, you'll be supported and you're good. So with the money, relinquishing the money, maybe you're scared to spend in regards to investing in some way. You don't want to let go of like your freedom of choice around money. But I am seeing the money, and I'm seeing that, you know, whatever it is that you're thinking about doing with the money or letting go of in terms of money, it is okay to let go of it in that way, okay? And this could be literally as simple as, I've really needed like 3 new pairs of jeans. My other jeans are, you know, not in good shape anymore. I need like 3 new pairs of jeans, and like haven't really been wanting to spend the money on the jeans. Just spend the money on the jeans. Like, it could be as simple as that for you. Whatever thing that you've been like wanting to relinquish money to, Spirit just says it's okay and you can let go. Okay, let's move on to our next card. Where am I at on time? We are ready at 14 minutes. Holy moly. Okay, we're at the Fool now. So our Fool is all about new beginnings. We are about taking leaps of faith, and we're about going for it. Okay, so I did mention change, a potential change over here with the stability situation. So going for it, taking a leap of faith, new beginnings, right? Seeing that change, that could be that change, but what are we changing into? So I am seeing that it's something that is a bit blind, I am seeing that it's something that you don't have a lot of clarity around. So you're kind of like, how do I move forward if I don't see my next step? Oh, I'm seeing a visual of like a game. Have you ever played like those video games? I don't know what video game this is on. I think it's a lot of them. There's some on Roblox that I play with my kid, and I think some on like Mario, like back in the day, like Super Nintendo back in the day used to be like this. But like, do you remember like, or maybe even just currently, you know for a fact because you played them like yesterday, um, those video games where like the stairs disappear, and you're like they're like float, like it's like big a bridge like in the middle of the air, like floating or something, and like you have to jump, and like as you're jumping like disappear underneath your feet. Like that's what I'm seeing that it feels like for you. You're like, uh I'm this isn't a game, like this is real life. Like I'm not jumping on that. I'm not jumping on that and risk falling like through the freaking block and like into the abyss. But the spirit's like, you're not gonna fall like through the thing and into the abyss. Like it's going to form and it's gonna be solid, and you like your next steps will be. It's not that shaky. Like it's actually not that shaky. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist, and it actually is solid. It actually is stable, right? There is stability, even though you can't see it. There is stability here. So move in to the new beginning, surrender into the new beginning. The leap of faith will land you on solid ground, right? There is stability. The leap of faith will land you on solid ground. It's not actually a leap of faith. It's just, it has to be a leap of knowing. It's a walk of knowing. Like you can just very confidently and securely step out into this new realm because Spirit is assuring you that there is a bridge, that there is steps, that there is solid ground beneath your feet to get you from one place to the other, Sag. So just do it. Just go for it. All you need is one next right move. That's it. Just one next right move. You don't have to see all of the picture, and you will not, is what I'm hearing. You will not. That is part of this journey, is that you will not see except for one little baby step ahead. Okay? And that's it. And that's all you're supposed to get to see right now. And that's why it feels terrifying. And I know that you are used to being more in logic. You're not used to doing it the leap of faithy way, the way that maybe some of our other signs would, like that aren't fire, that are like more like airy or more watery, or like you're not used to doing it like that, and you don't want to do it like that because that's uncomfortable and new for you. But I'm just hearing like do it anyway. Okay, now we're at our Three of Wands, which did come out in reverse. So this does talk about delays. This does talk about lack of planning, which that's so weird. So like I just said, you're not used to doing it this way. You're used to being more planned out. You're used to being, not feeling so stuck. You're used to, like knowing more about what you're doing and it not having to be so scary feeling. And that's what this says right here, that it's like lack of planning, feeling stuck when trying to move forward. And that's because you want this transition, you want this change to feel like the way that you've done changes in the past, and it's not going to. And that's, I think, the deep acceptance, like the hard acceptance that has to happen around this experience in June, is that this isn't going to look the way that it always has looked for you. You do have to let go of the idea that it's going to. You do have to, that's something, you have to let go of the idea that it's going to. That's an emotional release, right? Let go of the idea that it's going to look the way that it's typically looks for you, and that so much logic and planning and all of that will be involved. This is just kind of a blind, put your foot out, trusting and knowing. Trusting and knowing. Not a leap of faith, trusting and knowing. I trust because I know. I trust because I know that the bridge is going to be there. I'm not jumping out on faith. I trust and I know that there is a step in front of me. And so this is what's really hanging you up here, right? Cycling back around to why it's hard to let go and why it's hard for you to walk forward, because you just feel, and this is creating the delay, right? Needing to shift that idea about that this situation is just going to look a little different than it's always looked for you, and letting that be okay. So maybe it's like, stop trying to plan. So you guys know me if you've watched me read before. I know I'm back after like a break, but like, if you've seen me read in the past, you know that like I'm all about flipping our upside downs right side up. And so the way that we're going to do this for you, the way that we're going to flip that right side up, is to stop trying to plan. So you're trying to plan really, really hard, and that's what's keeping this in reverse. And you are, worried about being stuck, but it's because you're trying to plan it, and you just need to move. You just need to find the next one little step and move forward. That's how, by not trying to plan and just going for things, that's how you're going to move this into its right side up. Does that make sense? Okay, Saggy. I love you. I think you're getting it. Alright, now let's take a look at love. So with love in general, this could mean, if you're more focused on the area of love in your life, our Four of Pentacles here could mean needing to trust in starting fresh in love. Okay, maybe this is like getting a new relationship. Maybe you've been feeling like that. Like maybe you've met somebody and you're like, I'm not doing that again. I said I was never getting married again, or like whatever. Like maybe you should trust that. Our Fool here, talking about maybe dealing with obstacles or miscommunication. Oh, I did those backwards. Okay, so our Four of Pentacles is actually, holding back because you need to trust in love, right? We're holding back. You can see it, and you're like, oh, yeah, maybe I should get married again. Or like, maybe I should go date that person that asked me out. But over here, it's the trust. You're having trouble trusting in a fresh start because maybe you just stop believing in love or something like that. Maybe another mindset shift that needs to be let go of. But we're dealing with obstacles. Maybe it was miscommunication in the past that makes you so scared. You're like, nobody understands me. I'm like hearing that in my mind. Like, nobody will ever understand me. It's just better if I'm alone because like nobody will ever understand me. Or maybe that is in a current relationship. You're like, I'm just not gonna talk to my partner about this, that, and the other because like they don't understand me, and that's okay if they don't understand me. Like they love me and I love me, and like that's fine, but like they don't understand me, and I'm just gonna, maybe this is just, maybe I'll just won't ever be understood by them. But you need to, the way that we're gonna change that is by saying, no, maybe I'm just communicating unclearly, and maybe they're hearing unclearly. So there's work to be done in like the throat chakra area for the both of you if you're in a relationship, or if you're not in a relationship, you need to trust that somebody in the future, like maybe they're not like the last person, maybe somebody, not everybody's brains work the same way. Other people have better communication styles. Maybe you're a little older now. Like, not being scared of repeating cycles is what I'm seeing with love. Let's move on to health. So for your health, if health has been your biggest area of focus, it feels like there's a need to let go of being rigid, which in health, maybe you are keeping yourself unhealthy because you're trying really rigid routines, and you're like, oh, it has to look exactly like this. Like Maybe you're 50 something years old. Here's an example. I'm 50 something years old and I'm trying to make my routine look exactly like it did when I was 22. Probably not going to happen that way, right? You need to throw that idea out and create a routine and a health regimen that works for who you are today and what your body is like today. Give up the rigid ideas. It's ideas. It's the rigid ideas that you're trying to make your body adhere to, and that's why your body's not at optimal health. So give up rigid ideas for new, right? This is our full energy, brand new, something different, outside of your comfort zone yet again, right? I want to, logically, I know my old routine works. It worked, then it's tried and true. Why would I ever let it go, right? Why would I do something different? Well, because you're different now. You gotta roll with the punches. It's time for something new, Spirit's saying, in these areas. So we've gotta try something new. And new approaches. So maybe types of exercise or types of diets or what have you that you've never tried before are going to be the thing that's going to work best for you now. Probably the last thing you ever thought that you would do. Like, maybe you're like, I am not flexible. I could never do yoga. But yoga is exactly what your body needs to heal. Like something like that. Doesn't have to be exactly like that, right? But something like that. You have to figure out what that means to you. What is the thing that you've been like, I would never. So-and-so's been like inviting you to hot yoga and every day, and you're like, no, I will never be a hot yoga person, but maybe you should be a hot yoga person. I don't know. Like, let's just try it. If you hate it that much, you don't have to do it again, right? But this is about just exploring and trying and stepping into new things, new arenas, new approaches. Just try stuff. And then over here, with this in reverse, this says that you have to be patient with yourself in terms of your health. That just the trying process, and that could even be like trying a lot of different types of medications, trying to find the right treatment or whatever. And but be patient with yourself. Be patient with the processes. Trust the process. Trust the process. And maybe you've never blind faith trusted the process before of health systems or some kind of mentor or therapist or something like that, and you're in this new thing that's supposed to improve your health, and you're just like, I don't know if I'm going to make it through this process because I just don't even trust these kind of processes, and it's so slow and it's so ridiculous and there's so many steps and it's just it's so annoying, right? That's what I'm feeling. It's just it's so annoying to try to do this new thing. But just be patient. Keep it slow. Slow and steady wins the race. Be present with yourself along the journey. It's about the journey, not the whole end result. So that's with health, right? You're doing something so brand new. You're starting a whole new life in terms of health. So be easy on yourself and be patient with yourself. Now let's talk about wealth. So wealth in terms of this reading means here with our Four of Pentacles, we're holding on tight to our resources, which we did already talk about. But I also just saw an expanded image in my mind about that. So we talked about money, but it's also anything else. So this could even be hoarding energy. Maybe you've just got a bunch of stuff and you just need to let go of some things. And maybe you're worried about trying to sell them on, social media or at a yard sale to get $3 for this and $4 for that. But I'm almost seeing this image of just throw away the old piece of junk, because the time and the energy and everything that it's going to take to try to make money off of the stuff isn't so not worth your time and energy, and that the better thing to do is just throw it out or donate it really fast. Just get it out fast so that you can clear your energy. And I'm seeing a blenders, and it's like a good blender, and it's like still going strong, and like there's nothing wrong with the blender. You just like thought you were going to be somebody who makes smoothies every day because you're on your health journey, and now like that's part of both of this, the health and the wealth. Like, get rid of the blender. Like, you're not a effing smoothie person. No matter how hard you try, you're not going to make those smoothies every day, or that was what worked for you in the past, and now you need to eat like maybe you used to do like fruit smoothies, and now you're doing like the carnivore diet, and so all you eat's meat. So what are you gonna do, make a meat smoothie? Like, no, you're not doing that. That's so stupid. So you're not gonna make a meat smoothie with your blender, all right? Like, so you can just like, what are you gonna make? What are you gonna make off the blender if you have the yard sale? $3? Like, who cares? Just put the blender in the trash, or like just put the blender in a box along with the other crap that you need to get rid of, and put it all in the car and go take it to the Goodwill really fast and get all that old funky energy out of your house. Okay? Quit holding on so much crap. Emotionally, spiritually, physically, mentally. Just quit holding on to so much crap. Resources as well. Maybe you've been really holding tightly to, I'm seeing systems and old ways of doing things, and I don't know if you're like somebody who has always, I don't know what this is, like utilized like government resources, and you are trying to do something different financially that will move you out of using financial assistance like that, like food stamps, SSI, like Medicaid insurance, second housing. And if you need it, you need it. No judgment here. But I'm seeing that as one scenario. It's like one strong energy coming in. This is not going to be for everybody, but one strong energy coming in is like, I'm kind of scared to move forward. I'm holding on tightly because I really don't know if I can do it financially without all the things. But maybe you can. Maybe you can. Give yourself more credit than that. Okay. And if it's SSI, like a disability, like, and you truly have a disability, like, this is obviously not for you. Like, if you really, really need those things and there is no other way for you to live right now, please do not go cutting off all your assistance because of a tarot card reading. That is not, I did not say that. I said one strong energy, particularly, is it, and you'll know that it's you if you have like some kind of opportunity or something. Maybe somebody's like offering you a really great job and you're like, oh, but I'll lose all of my stuff, and like I don't know if I should take that opportunity. It could be you, right? This could be you that we're talking to, that says go ahead and move forward because it'll be better in the long run. Okay. So we have to be open to new ventures or risks, and that's a big risk, right? Leaving the assistance, leaving one job for another job, investing our money into stocks or into properties or into, right? Maybe you have some money that you've been holding on to for a safety net, but you're like, oh, this property came available over here across the street from me, and like I could get it and then like rent it, and then I can turn this money into this kind of money, and over and over and over and over again. And you're seeing it, that it's possible, but you're like kind of afraid you're like, what, but my nest egg, like I worked so hard to build this nest egg. But right, what if And then over here, just feeling hesitant about doing the new thing, just being afraid. And so I think the general theme of this reading is just like the universe says it's safe. The universe says it's safe. Source says it's safe. Source says it's safe to step out. It's safe to step out into something new, to do something different. It's safe to let go. It's safe to walk forward. And it's okay that you're hesitant, but we definitely need to flip this up by letting go of some of that hesitation, thinking about things a little bit differently, deciding that it is safe to let go and it's safe to step out will turn this upright. And then you'll be going forward with hope and excitement and joy, energy, instead of with fear. Okay? So that is that. And then we're going to pull like one more card. Just fell out of my deck before I even could really touch it. So this one must be it for you. And this is from my deck, which is the How to Wear a Crown Divine Guidance cards, available for pre-sale. Let me know if you want to go ahead and order. I don't know when they'll be coming out. I'm not going to lie and be like, hey, I know exactly what date this is happening, when I don't. But if you want first dibs, then you can pre-order. But this is the card called I Have Become Comfortably Crowned and Balance. So everything here is talking about balance. And I feel like the spirit is saying that is your end result. So it really should be like way over here. Like we should scoot all these down and it should be over here. That if you've been feeling imbalanced, if you've been feeling like things are too heavy on one side, like that you can't juggle it all, like that you don't know how you'll ever get to a place of feeling balanced and peaceful and good, right? Then the answer is to do this. The answer is to step out on that faith and go forward and trust and that you're safe to move, right? You're safe to let go of this stuff. You're safe to move forward. And you're safe to look out at new and better things and go after this new stability, this new money, this new love. And that by releasing the past, right, that's where the weight's coming from, that's imbalance, that's keeping those scales out of balance, is by holding on to a bunch of weight from the past. Let that go, and then you're going to get some new stuff over here on the other side, and then you will achieve a beautiful balance where you're going to feel not just at peace, but you're going to feel more worthy for it. You're going to feel like more deserving of it. And that could be another hang up, right? Is that not only do you not feel safe to let go and move forward, you're not really sure if you're good enough. You're not really sure if you're worthy of this new stuff over here on this other side. So you're like, if I'm not good enough for that over there, then I don't want to lose this. It's like kind of like questioning, like, well, I know I have this. I don't know if I'm worthy enough or good enough of that, but I know I have this. I know I'm good enough for this, but am I good enough for that? Like this big crazy picture of like the most beautiful life I could imagine, or maybe not even the most beautiful life you could imagine, but just the next level, right? Like the idea of letting go of the safety net of income for, a semi-passive income of, owning a property, or letting go of the idea of being alone to actually have connection. Like, am I good enough for that? Because I don't want to be dumb and then also wind up being like worse and find myself off like feeling even worse. Like I feel like you're almost afraid that like taking this leap of faith in any of these areas would injure your sense of self-worth more or create more of an imbalance. And what Spirit is saying is that that's not accurate. That stepping out on this leap of faith, trusting, knowing, letting go, moving forward, will actually create more balance and strengthen your sense of self-worth. So thank you so much for being here, Sagittarius. I can say Sagittarius. And I just want to say thank you so much. I love you. Thank you for being here. Remember, I need your fire energy. Get mad at the like button and the subscribe button with me. Hit it for me, because it called me a name and it called your mom a name, and like it did all kinds of terrible stuff. So I need you to hit both of them for me. And I rely on Sag to like have my back and like be my fire. So I know you got me. Okay, you have a great June. Okay, this is gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. You're actually gonna be better than fine. I love you so much. You're worthy, you're powerful, and your full potential. Check out the description for any information that you might want to know. Love you.